Great crowd, terrific venue, and good bowling so far in our stop here in Grand Island, New York at Mallwitz's Island Lanes. This is Storm Beat the Champ presented by BowlersMart. Here's the lineup for today. A couple of impressive young guns will start us off. Michael Weber and Juan Giliforte. Then it's a veteran bowler in Steve Dorobiala, and they're all going to try to knock off our red-hot returning champion, Ryan Kress. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Grand Island, New York. I'm Paul Peck with Buffalo Bowling Hall of Famer Sue Nawojski. Nice mix. Ryan Kress is red hot, but there are some pretty good challengers on the line for him today.
Yes, that's right. We have the reigning Open Hour Masters champion, Michael Weber. We have some lefties, righties, two-handers. I mean, just a selection of everything today.
Yeah, we've had really high scores through the first 2 weeks. We've had some great storylines, and that will continue today. So we're looking forward to another fun outing here. It is Storm Beat the Champ presented by BowlersMart. We are ready to go from Grand Island, New York, so let's get rolling. You're watching Storm Beat the Champ presented by BowlersMart on YouTube.
Like and subscribe to our channel now. Don't miss any of the action.
Beat the Champ is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. By BowlersMart, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. By Latina Boulevard Foods, your favorite family in food distribution. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to GoBowlingNewYork.com to find a center near you. All right, we're going to let those young guns loose here in our first matchup. It is Michael Weber and Juan Giliforte. One 22 years old, one 23 years old. Both of them, you already know, you watch practice, they throw it hard. So this should be a fun way to get week number 3 here off to a good start at Mallwitz's Island Lanes. Here is the 22-year-old from Buffalo, Juan Giliforte. Two-handed bowler, as you can see. I thought he might get that one to spin over and take it out.
Yep, we've got really good rev rates over here.
So you can see the single spare that Juan has to take out here to finish off his first frame. Thought he was going to get that strike. I bet you he did too, but good solid start for Juan. And here's Michael Weber, 23 years old, Tonawanda, New York, with an average of 239. And you can see he is proud to display the Lawrence Tech University Blue Devils logo on the bowling shirt. That is where he is a college bowler.
Little yip out of the gate here. He's been pretty solid through all of practice. It's not the way he wanted to get a start here. Yeah,
and one of the advantages that Michael has is, you know, he's bowled for a college national championship. He's actually bowled on television before as part of an ITC team championship. So this is not the first time, which, as you and I talk an awful lot about, we get a lot of first-time TV bowlers who have to kind of fight through that initial wave of nerves. Scoring and stats today are powered by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, celebrating 50 years of serving Western New York fresh, authentic Italian cuisine. Michael Weber comes from a long line of a bowling family. And
he sure does.
Has been brought up in this sport, bowling since he was 2 years old. And I would suspect at some point before that he was at a bowling center and pushed a ball down a lane or crawled down a lane, and we might count that as his first bowling experience.
Wow, that was 10 pins completely annihilated off that deck.
Yeah, boy, we got some hard throwers in this one, don't we? Tell the folks here, the Mallwitz family, they want to reinforce the back wall here after this one.
Those were gone.
Yeah. Now we slide back over to Juan Giliforte with his 210 average, bowls in a couple of leagues every week. High career series of 777. And that was a hard strike as well.
Yes, it seems like you're used to watching two-handers kind of open the lane up, not go as straight up towards the pins. And it looks kind of unorthodox.
So we're bowling on a house shot here at Mallwitz's Island Lanes, but as we've talked about in the last couple of weeks, the oil isn't as much the challenge as the fact is that these are only 1-year-old boards. Synthetic boards were replaced a little over a year ago, and please explain to everybody the challenge that may present that's even more important than the oil pattern.
Yeah, they're just tight, and they don't have the same amount of give that older lanes do. They're still really fresh. So you thought we'll go a little bit longer, and then you just have to compensate for it with equipment and where you stand.
Now, is that something that you want to know as a bowler walking in here for the first time on this TV show? Is that something that it's common knowledge, or there's no sign that says boards since 2024, right?
No, there isn't. But being that these guys qualified on it and already bowled,
so they don't need to know that they can figure out what it's doing.
They're just going to go by what's on the lane, because play and where people are playing, what kind of balls they're using, it kind of will always affect how the lane condition works out.
Having gotten to know proprietor Mike Mallwitz from his stay. Oh, there it goes. How about that, huh?
There's some power right there.
That it does not count. Oh, yeah, watch. Well. Oh, okay, there, now you see it.
Oh, it touched it.
Now you see it. All right, so it does not go as a strike in the third frame for Mike. Let's watch it one more time.
It was going down anyways.
You think so?
But it did hit it. It made contact with it.
Yeah, all right. Rules say that the machines cannot assist in any way in any pinfall. So the early storyline of this match is the machine getting involved in things. So now readjustment for Michael, and he makes the spare anyway. So I was going to say, knowing proprietor Mike Mallwitz, I'm surprised the fact that he's probably got the newest boards in town, that he doesn't have that on a big sign up here somewhere.
Well, everybody that bowls here does know it. That's for sure. He made a giant investment in the bowling center, and
that is not a little. That's not a little investment, is it? As a bowling center proprietor yourself, I know you know that.
But that'll be it for a very long time. These is going to last him
the
rest of his career.
What is the lifespan recommended by the manufacturers?
Oh, these will go. It's not like wood, where wood you have to keep sanding down, and they have a time where you can't sand them anymore. Where these lanes are just plastic, so they'll last forever.
Gotcha.
I mean, they will wear.
Sure.
And new technology will come out.
Right.
But
that just adds to the quirky personality of the place. All right, so now we're back to Juan. He's working a double right now, 2 strikes in a row, as he gets set to go in frame number 4. And that one missed the mark, and you can see what he's left with. What happened here, sir?
He went up the boards, and the ball, it was finishing, and this was actually kind of an odd leave. 2-4-5, this is normally a leave when the ball hits lighter than that.
I think Juan's face tells you how unusual it was.
That was just strange pin collision.
All right, doesn't matter. Spare in the 4th for Juan Giliforte. Helped break a school record with a 4-man squad in high school, I believe. Clarence High School here in the Western New York area. Also bowled for Erie Community College. Had a 300 game just 2 years into picking up the sport.
Wow.
That's impressive. And that's a good view of that 5th frame strike.
That was a great camera angle right there.
Watch it again. Perfect. All right, now back to Michael Weber.
These conditions force you to be a little bit more right than what we're used to. I mean, they're really outside of second arrow, and that's a little that's straighter than usual.
So the biggest achievement right now in the young, well, we've got a lot of achievements for Michael Weber in his young career. He was part of a 2023 NAIA National Championship at Lawrence Tech, 2-time collegiate All-American, but he won what is considered the toughest and most prestigious tournament here in Buffalo. It's called the Obenauer Masters. He won that just this past summer. Explain to everybody what it means in Buffalo to be an Obenauer Masters champion.
Well, it's certainly one of the most difficult tournaments to win just because of the amount of bowling you do and the length of time that it goes and the veterans that you're bowling against. I mean, you're getting the cream of the crop that is coming to that tournament. And I know we mention it all the time because it really is the most prestigious tournament in this area. And just some young people have been really starting to dictate that tournament.
I think you'll tell me it's usually a tournament won by a little more of the older, grizzled veterans who kind of understand it's like 4 days
grind.
of constant bowling, right?
Yep.
So to see a young 23-year-old do it is pretty amazing. And, and as you look through the winners of that tournament, I'll rattle some of those names off for you. When we return, we're off to a great start. Weber, Giliforte, we're coming back.
I like Storm bowling.
I love Storm for so many reasons.
What I love about Storm the most has got to be the people we have. I win with them more.
The people at Storm really care about the sport, and they truly are the bowlers company.
I get to live out my dream and bowl on tour, and that's all because of one company.
The willingness and the strive for excellence in winning. It's all about winning.
Presented by BowlersMart.
Plenty of options.
Chamois, jerseys, balls bags, and shoes. The highest quality products you'll find on the market, and here at BowlersMart, we make sure to find the correct access point of any bowler to maximize their benefits from our products and ensure a great experience. Stop by today and let us help you, because at BowlersMart, every bowler matters.
All right, we pick it up in the 6th frame here with Juan Giliforte. 3 strikes and 2 spares on the front side 5 frames for the 22-year-old.
Yep, now it's his turn to try to get the lead. They've been back and forth. Strike spares. I didn't like that one.
Yeah, did you see the reaction?
Yep, we got the safe call before.
Yes, we did.
Before it got halfway down the lane.
See if you can't pick this up. Watch his arms come out. Yeah, that's great. That is great.
You do know when you throw it clean.
All right, we'll get a good look at it here. He knew it right away.
Love the antics.
That's great. That's fantastic. All right, slide over to the 6th lane here at Mallwitz's Island Lanes for frame 7. Bump of the 10, but not enough.
I know the corner pins have just been the challenge. I mean, just the way the angle the ball comes into the pocket. We've talked about it, how that is the one thing with the new boards is break point, and it's subtle. Ooh.
Uh-oh. A miscalculation there by Juan, and he'll leave it open in the 7th frame.
That's the tough thing about leaving corner pins.
Yeah, just to finish up my point there on the Open Hour Masters tournament and what it means to win it. Some of the past winners of that tournament are some of the biggest names this town has ever seen. Tom Baker, Jack Jurek, Brad Angelo, Joe Ciccone. We know Joe pretty well, right? Liz Johnson won the Open Hour Masters here. It's just an amazing. Ryan Simonelli. These are mostly pro-level guys. So
it sounds like a tour stop.
It really does. It really does, and it says a lot about what Michael was able to do by winning that tournament.
The thing about it is the spare making, and it's the lost art. We just saw Juan miss a 10-pin. I mean, the spare making in those tournaments, those grinds where the shot's tough, is so important.
Yeah, what happened on that one?
That's another great shot. I mean, I don't know if there's a little bit of a rack thing there, or both these guys are labeling it. It's just ripping around that 10-pin. So it's hard to make a change off that when you're hitting the pocket that solid.
We talked so much about adjustments and changes. Is it hard to sometimes not make one?
It depends on where it's a one-game match. It depends on where you are in that match. I mean, if you're down a lot, then you're going to, do anything you can to try to find a way to strike. But in this case, I mean, we're talking about 5 pins. You don't want to give up the pocket. You don't want to, give up your chance to carry. So you probably don't make a change until the 10th frame, and you're desperate. So you have to look at the big picture, really, when you're making decisions on the lane.
All right, so we got the re-rack, and you see Juan is ready to go now. 8th frame. Coming down the stretch here. And again, part of the rules here is each bowler is allowed 2 re-racks per game.
I mean, you look at what being tapped really cost you, because he carries in the 7th frame. This is an entirely different game. So he gets wrapped with a 10-pin and then misses it, and it just changes the lead.
And we'll have to see if that open in the 7th winds up being the difference in what is shaping up as a pretty tight coming down to the stretch match.
Well, double here will put him back in the lead.
Yeah, strike in the 8th. What happens in the 9th? It's a strike. There's your double.
Beautiful. I mean, the power these two boys have.
Yeah, really.
I mean, that was a light swisher hit. That one came into the pocket.
Now, one of the things we talked about in the first couple shows was the tight lane conditions might favor less favor to the harder, faster bowler, but I guess if they're both like that?
Yes and no. I mean, if you're able to square up, these boys here are pretty squared up, which means their angle is from right to left, which I guarantee you most of the time these boys are not playing that because they've got a lot of power. But you look for the angle that's hitting the pocket that's going to be the best carry, and it's just a hair light. That's what's swishing these pins all around, because they already have so much rev rate and power that they're just throwing these pins everywhere.
Yeah, look at the collision. Look at the pins fly out of that great shot of ours. You can just see how hard that ball is colliding with those pins. So here's 10th frame now for Michael Weber. He cannot win it here, but he's going to want to do everything he can to put himself in a position to do it.
That's going to make it a little bit easier for Juan. I mean, all we've looked at here is corner pins.
Yeah.
That was one of those late hits that we're talking about that has the best carry percentage, but it just didn't take the 7 out.
Boy, there was so much pin action there. It just
Sometimes
never
those
got
pins
to the 7.
Flying around, knock each other out, and they actually knock it away from the pin.
I think that's what happened there. All right, so we got the fill ball to come here from Michael Weber before he posts his final score. And Juan Giliforte is going to toe that line here with a chance to win it. I suspect this isn't going to be the last time we're going to see Michael Weber on our show. Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing finish there for Mike, and he will post up a 205. So all it's going to take for Juan Giliforte to advance on to match number 2 is a mark here.
You say all, but there's
That's all. It's easy
until
for
it's
me to say it,
executed,
sit
there's
saying
no
here, right?
guarantees. Yeah.
It's easy for me to do that sitting back here. Working a double right now, Juan Giliforte. Corner pins again.
I don't want to be that voice, but you want to make sure you make this one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you it's the last pin he wanted to leave.
Uh-huh.
He would have taken a light 5-pin in a heartbeat. Missed it.
Oh, wow. And I wonder if that shot before, he couldn't get it out of his mind, and that is going to be the difference. So Michael Weber gets a little lucky and winds up with a 205-201 win. Match number 2 is coming up next. It is match number 2. That is Steve Dorobiala on the left and our returning winner, Michael Weber, who eked out that 205-201 win when things did not go Juan Giliforte's way in the 10th frame. Michael Weber's the beneficiary of that, and he gets to keep bowling, and we will see him start things off here. Hey, there's always a little luck in any competition, right?
Yep,
Any athletic
that's why we
competition.
play the game, right?
Yep. Well, I was going to say to you, what do you think Michael learned from that first match? And whatever it was, he seemed to have figured it out on that one.
I think you're just looking for angles, that's all.
Yeah. So this is one of the top experienced bowlers here in Buffalo, and Steve Dorobiala, and he is making his 4th appearance here on our show. He has 1 weekly win that came earlier last year at Manor Lanes.
Right.
But in the 6 matches he has bowled, he's won 4 of them. And again, contrast in speed, but not a contrast in effectiveness.
That's right. And, you know, he's got a touring section over there.
That's great.
When he made the show and he had won at Manor, you're talking different lanes. You're talking about wood lanes, and this is a very versatile bowler.
46 years old from Orchard Park, New York, with a 207 league average for Steve Dorobiala. And it's a spare to get things started. And talk about feeling comfortable here. He bowled an 837 series in qualifying.
Right. That's right.
So, you know, again, I think he certainly feels fine and comfortable here. And that's his high career series, by the way.
Well, that's a good place for it. And we know the left plays pretty good here because, you know, Ryan certainly made him look very, very scoreable.
So the point that you and I talked about was is less speed sometimes could be an advantage on the lane conditions. We're going to find that out, aren't we? Because, again, it's a dramatic difference in the rev rate and speed that these two guys are throwing.
Oh, definitely. But it doesn't seem like anybody is immune from these corner pins no matter what they do.
All right, so it's a couple of spares to open things up here for Steve Dorobiala. I mentioned Mike Weber bowled collegiately Lawrence Tech University in Michigan, where he helped the Blue Devils win an NAIA national championship, was a collegiate All-American at one of the top bowling universities in the country. Locally, bowled in high school at St. Joseph's Collegiate Institute. And comes from a long line of a bowling family.
That's right. His dad was a great bowler in this area. We'll take a quick look at this rack. If you see the 1 and the 3 are pretty tight together, that's a tight rack. And when you see a rack like that, high flush is a good carry percentage, which he did. He hit very high up on the head pin. And when you look at the racks, we said each player gets 2 re-racks in a game. And you want to take a look at that rack, especially when you need to strike.
So would you make an adjustment? At what point do you ask for the re-rack, or at what point do you adjust your shot?
If you think you're going to leave a 10-pin, you ask for a re-rack.
Okay.
Because a wide open rack will sometimes leave a 10-pin. That one was a little. See how the 1 and the 3 are open?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and we're talking the difference of inches.
Well, you can really,
right?
you can. Yes, you can
inches.
visibly see it.
Good pickup on your part. And that is sometimes maybe the danger of not throwing it very hard.
I was going to say the slow speed there is definitely a factor, because he's playing almost the same line we saw Ryan play, but the difference is a smooth ball surface and much less ball speed.
So 5 on the first shot and just 1 on the second. So an open frame with 4 pins left. That's a surprising result for a veteran bowler like Steve. And again, he has got to find that place where maybe the tight lanes do play to his game better.
The ball speed is very slow.
I
mean, I don't know if it's just because we've been used to seeing the high ball speed, but he does seem slower than usual.
But he almost, like on that shot, he almost looked like he purposefully slowed it down on the, coming off the backswing.
Possibly, he's moved in on the lane. I mean, he's probably looking for a place, of consistency on the lane. But that definitely looked like slow ball speed.
All right. Well, we're going to go from school zone speed limit to Autobahn here as we move from Steve to Michael. Again, look at the speed as it comes right at you.
Beautiful.
And again, for me being the uneducated, just look at the collision. Look at how the pins explode. You don't have to be as precise with your location, because some of those pins are just flying and taking other pins out.
It is amazing how many pins he does not leave on the deck. They are
and it's
completely
ultimately
gone.
Is that what we're talking about with whether it's a two-hander or just a big thrower like Michael, that you don't have to be as precise?
No, I think he just
speed, is that what the speed gives you?
Well, we're seeing a lot of pin action, but at the same time, we've seen it also not knock the pin down too. But of course, all this pin action is going to be helpful.
Well, whatever it is perfect through first 5 frames for Michael Weber. It's working. And the crowd loves it, and I think Michael is starting to feel it. Maybe all that took was that little lucky break to even get here in the first match. And now there's Steve's first strike.
In all honesty, that looked firmer than the last shot did.
It's almost like he opened it up just a little bit.
Just looked a little firmer to me.
Right.
I guess the difference between aggressive and being tentative.
Let's see what Steve does here. 6th frame. There he goes. Found
there he
something.
Goes.
So Steve Dorobiala finding the groove, and he's back in it. More to come.
The Western New York area has long been considered one of the best anywhere for the sport of bowling.
And no matter where you live, we have lanes nearby.
For top competition,
fun with family and friends,
great food and drink, or just a night out, we got you.
We are the Bowling Proprietors
of Western New York.
Stop in and enjoy our sport today.
12X Tech Bowling Supplies is committed to continuing the decades-long tradition of excellence established by the DeSanto family. We are the ultimate destination for customer service, experience, and product variety. We offer an extensive inventory of balls, bags, shoes, and accessories. Our unique fitting and drilling process, combined with our in-house lane, ensures a perfect fit every time. With a range of repair and maintenance services, we can help keep your gear performing at its best. Consult our team today at 1000 Highland Drive in the J. Scuddy South Plaza, conveniently located off of 390 in Henrietta.
I hope you noticed as we went to commercial, just the look on Steve Dorobiala's face, a little satisfaction, a little smile there that maybe he's figured it out and found what he wanted to find. But, you know, is it too little too late? Because this guy hasn't missed anything yet. 6 frames, 6 strikes.
It's amazing he fortuitously won that last match by his opponent missing 2 10-pins, and now he just can't miss.
Yeah, again, that's the quirkiness of this sport, right? Things just click in, and there's no such thing as a bad day. There might be a bad frame or a bad game, but usually never a bad day.
Yep. If you think about it, you'll figure it out.
And again, hanging out at a fun bowling center like Mallwitz's Island Lanes makes for a good day no matter what. There you go. 7 frames, 7 strikes for Michael Weber.
That was a beauty right there. Watch this turn this ball makes.
Right there. Yeah. He likes it. He likes it. Steve Dorobiala is 46 years old. I've mentioned that. Landscaping owner is the profession. 23 career 300 games with that high 837 series that he bowled in qualifying. Has won a number of important tournaments around our city here, including a scratch doubles city tournament. And, again, just one of that group of guys that, bowls all the time and bowls well all the time. And part of the reason why we've had him on our show now for the 4th different time.
Yeah, very, very smooth bowler.
Quiet, doesn't say too much, just knocks pins down and keeps his fans happy.
There's Mike's parents.
And apparently the cheering section referred to as the Duckies.
They call him Ducky for some reason.
I was going to say, I don't know that I want to know, but we did fail to ask. So... Let the crowd do the work for us on that one. We let the Duckies tell us how things were going.
At least he's having fun.
Nope, that's a miss. That's an 8th frame open for Steve Dorobiala. And we kick it back over to Michael Weber. Perfect through 7. He has thrown 8 career 300s in his life, bowling life, with a high 833 series. And there's the first non-strike of this game.
That is going to be fired right through the break point. Yep. Never made its move. That's the thing with the aggressive ball speed, is you can push it a little too far through that break point. Nice easy spare though.
So we'll get our first look at his spare skills, at least in this game, and he makes it.
It must be nice to have it all won in the 7th frame.
Yeah, that does not happen very often, does
No.
it? But yes, officially Michael Weber has won this match, and he will advance on to our championship tilt against Ryan Kress, our returning Beat the Champ winner. Let's see if he can finish strong. Nope. Look at that pin just resting against the 10. The ultimate tease.
It's nice to be a winner, though, and you can smile when you leave that 10 pin. You don't have to worry.
I'll say it's nice to wrap it up that early where nothing else matters. You know, again, one of that subset of young up-and-coming bowlers. We saw a bunch of them in our last couple of weeks here. John Corum, C.J. Buttery, right in that 25 and under age group. And, man, these guys are serious about the sport.
True.
They work at the sport, and they are really good.
Well, they're just coming off their high school, college careers, so the advantage to that is you're competing on something other than house shots. When you come bowling a house shot, it seems very easy to you because you're bowling on these complicated shots that, you really only get to see in the higher competition.
Strike in the 9th for Steve Dorobiala. I think he's enjoying the crowd cheering him on. Might not be enjoying the results of this one because we know he's already lost, but at least they're having fun. So it's Michael Weber that advances on to our championship match. Come on back. We've got two great bowlers to come your way. Weber, Kress next. You're watching Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart on YouTube.
Like and subscribe to our channel now. Don't miss any of the action.
It's our championship match. That's Ryan Kress to take on Michael Weber to claim this week's crown as our Beat the Champ winner. And it's Weber off the 255 to 177 win over Steve Dorobiala that will start us off. Weber started with strikes in the first 7 frames of that match and pretty much had it wrapped up at that point. So 255 is an impressive score. So he's already won twice today. Can he make it 3 in a row? And if he keeps doing that, he's got a good chance.
Yep, I'm anticipating a high score finish for this one.
Well, speaking of strikes and high scores, here comes Ryan Kress. He's our defending champion. This is his 5th overall appearance here on Beat the Champ. He is coming off the win last week that clinched this return spot as he beat John Corum after winning all 3 matches last week. That started with a match against his brother.
Right.
And in those 3 matches last week, Ryan Kress averaged 264.
Yep, the big difference here again is the sitting. We talked about that last week where you're sitting and watching for the whole day and you got to come in cold.
So it's the same scenario for Ryan that he was in a week ago, which has meant Mike Weber bowled. This is his 3rd match in a row. Ryan Kress bowled 3 in a row in order to beat the guy who had sat and watched from the week before. So I'm getting a trend here as this show moves forward. I may have to start sort of keeping track of that statistic. Now, all that said, Sam DeWitt, the 3rd one 6 weeks in a row, so sitting around didn't bother him at all.
Not at all.
But, I think somehow we haven't, maybe that's kept some of the longer winning streaks down because you lose the momentum a little bit. Well, we'll see. We'll find out. There's a case study going on right here, right? Can we get a guy who sweeps the week for the 2nd week in a row? It's part of the excitement here of Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart at Mallwitz's Island Lanes, is what's going to happen and who's going to put up the big score. And Weber just looks like he is locked in right now. Wow.
He's definitely got to figure it out.
Look at the height of the pins. Look at the air of those pins.
He does throw pins everywhere. Straight back.
Wobble, wobble, no.
Well, that's just it. With all that force, with all that power, he shot a little bit through the break point there, and it came in light.
Watch the dancing pin here. The dancing 4 pin. that almost tipped past, halfway or whatever.
Yeah, but still wouldn't have counted, though, because that rack definitely came down on it.
Third frame spare.
All right, doors open for Ryan.
Strike, strike, spare to get it started for Michael Weber. Spare strike for Ryan Kress. Ryan, 28 years old, from Cheektowaga, New York. 232 league average for Ryan. And there's your strike in the third frame. Our host center for Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart, is Mallwitz's Island Lanes. You can find them online at islandlanes.com. They are just one of our many great host centers. And if you want details on how you can be a part of Beat the Champ, just stop in here at Island Lanes and ask them about how you can be on the show, whether it's Island Lanes or any of our host centers, and we could be seeing you here on the lanes. But if we do see you, better bring your A game if you're going up against a guy like Weber or Kress.
Ooh, got that one a little bit left. He knew that was off. Still made it back, just made it back light. Got too close to the gutter, came back. Couldn't carry that swisher.
And based on what we've experienced during our recording here, you want to come in here during a football game because they know how to have fun in this place.
They do. It's a quintessential sports bar.
Yeah, it really is. And it's a quintessential meeting place for, it's one of the dynamics for people that live. This is literally an island, right? Bridges, you got to take a bridge to get on it and get off it. And it's part of the Grand Island community. And this place is part of their kind of local gathering spot for people that live on this island.
Sure is.
Bing, bam, boom, whatever Batman sound effect we can come up with there.
Keeping it tied. Keeping it tied. He's got to strike here, and he can go up 10. We're just trading off strikes and spares right now.
3 of the first 4 are strikes from Michael Weber. And that one got away.
So the left lane here has been different the whole time. And it's almost like what I would call a little bit more wet-dry. If you get it in a little bit, the ball keeps going straight. And if you get it out early, it hooks up high. So wet-dry means the wet is wet and the dry is dry. So when we do see someone, they're playing up the boards the way they are, and we see someone fire it a little harder, they can't get out of that wet, and it comes in light. So that seems to be a characteristic of the left-hand lane.
All right, this is a bit of an interesting pickup, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it a little extra interesting, but...
No, didn't matter. Got it anyway.
People with a little bit more ball like that can, because the ball's still driving. If you throw less ball, it's a little tougher.
Ryan Kress is a machine operator, but finds plenty of time to bowl in 3 leagues every week. Career high 836 series. Bowled in high school here at St. Joseph's Collegiate Institute and Erie Community College, and has a number of Buffalo and regional titles on his resume.
He's not worried about hitting the pocket. He's worried about carrying.
So both guys with 3 strikes and 2 spares in the first 5 frames. Frame 6 is a strike for Ryan Kress. When we come back, we will crown maybe a new champion or maybe a guy for 2 weeks in a row. Beat the Champs back in a moment.
It's such a special community.
Storm is the bowlers company, more knowledgeable.
The company really cares about bowling. The products are great.
And the bowling balls smell good. 12X Tech Bowling Supplies is committed to continuing the decades-long tradition of excellence established by the DeSanto family. We are the ultimate destination for customer service, experience, and product variety. We offer an extensive inventory of balls, bags, shoes, and accessories. Our unique fitting and drilling process, combined with our in-house lane, ensures a perfect fit every time. With a range of repair and maintenance services, we can help keep your gear performing at its best. Consult our team today at 1000 Highland Drive in the J. Scuddy South Plaza, conveniently located off of 390 in Henrietta.
6th frame now for Michael Weber, and I think where we're at in this match is you do this, I'm going to try to do that too, right? I mean, we're pretty essentially tied. Ryan Kress with the strike in the 6th has the momentary lead, but this one is going to be a shot matching challenge down the stretch. 6th frame for Weber. Oh, let the hair flow. Let the good times roll. Michael Weber stays hot.
He is perfect on that right lane. He has found the exact right entry of angle to get all 10 of those out in one shot. Again, this left lane is just a little tighter if you're going to throw it that hard.
Just look at how those pins explode backwards. Not a lot of side-to-side movement of the pins. They're almost all going straight back.
All right, so you saw what he did there. He got it more into the dry. That was by design that he got it more to the right because he needs those dry boards to bring it back. And that worked perfectly.
All right, so now we are all tied. And here comes Ryan Kress in the 7th frame. Oh, boy. Wow. Talk about a lucky break.
That really was. That hit very weak. That easily could have been a 7-10.
That is the ultimate heart. Missed it. Skips a beat moment in bowling, isn't it?
These corner pins.
And again, as we talked about shot for shot, match for match, this is your swing moment right here. You've got Michael Weber on a double, and you've got Ryan with his first hiccup of this match. And a good bounce back for him.
We're going to have to ask Michael what his secret is over there to having his opponents missing those corner pins over there.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think he's giving them the shoe or something. He's got some kind of mojo going. But yeah, he's been fortuitous to be the benefactor of a couple missed spares.
Right. Hey, it's all part of competition.
That's right.
Sometimes you win, sometimes the other guy loses.
Well said.
3 in a row now, and Michael Weber has taken control, and maybe we are on our way to a 2nd straight week of a full show sweep.
Plus 23 on that shot. It was a big shift.
You know, and again, we talked about the experience Michael Weber had in winning a national collegiate championship, of winning the Obenauer Masters tournament here. Those are huge. They're a huge boost for your confidence, but they're huge boosts for you knowing what your abilities are.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. Like we were saying from John Corum, he's going to be a better bowler for being out here and having competed. And competing on the level that Michael has definitely makes these shots just a little bit easier to throw.
9th frame now for Ryan Kress, and it's an uphill battle, and that makes it even more of an uphill battle. And those corner pins, especially that 7, has been the downfall here. I think he was a little worried about that one about halfway down the lane. Hey, if nothing else, Ryan Kress still has that advantage over his brother, his twin brother that he beat in the first match of last week's show. And when we asked him afterwards how long you're going to use that, he said forever. Which seems like the right answer if you have a twin brother and you do something that he didn't do.
Yeah, once again, Michael's going to win sitting on the bench.
Yeah, it's about the easiest way to do it, huh? Takes all the pressure off. So Ryan Kress with a 193, and it won't be enough. So Michael Weber, working 4 in a row, has a chance to end it in style, but we know we're going to see him again next week. So we'll have our third different winner in the last 3 weeks as mom and dad look on.
Yep,
And again,
true.
that, you know, again, we're coming off, we had a stretch with Sam DeWitt, the third one, 6 straight weeks
Right.
ago, and he was amazing and awesome and dominant, but now we're sort of back into that. There's such a good group of bowlers that it's hard to do that every week in a row because you might be the hot guy today and not so hot the next week.
That's right.
Or you might get the lucky breaks like that one all in 1 week, and then you don't get them the next week. And as you correctly pointed out, to take nothing away from Mike Weber, who's going to put up 2 amazing scores, he's had some breaks come his way based on the struggles of his opponents.
Correct.
So Michael Weber with a 258. He's our Beat the Champ winner. We'll talk to him when we return right after this.
Presented by BowlersMart.
Plenty of options.
Chamois, jerseys, balls bags, and shoes. The highest quality products you'll find on the market, and here at BowlersMart, we make sure to find the correct access point of any bowler to maximize their benefits from our products and ensure a great experience. Stop by today and let us help you, because at BowlersMart, every bowler matters.
The Western New York area has long been considered one of the best anywhere for the sport of bowling.
And no matter where you live, we have lanes nearby.
For top competition,
Fun with family and friends.
Great food and drink, or just a night out, we got you.
We are the Bowling Proprietors
of Western New York.
Stop in and enjoy our sport today.
Beat the Champ is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. By BowlersMart, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. And by the Bowling Proprietors Association of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today. Well, for the third straight week here at Island Lanes, we have a new champion that stands next to us. It is Michael Weber, an impressive, particularly the last two, 255, 258. What felt so good? You threw a lot of strikes. What felt so good?
I mean, I just made a little move. I mean, it's just bowling, right? You go out there, throw some shots at you against the lanes, and made a little move on the lanes, and it worked out for me.
How much does your college experience and winning a championship on that level help with this type of competition?
Oh, it helps a lot. I mean, I've been under the TV lights before, and, you know, like I said, it just makes it just bowling again. It's a little different than the team environment, but just feel good, bowling good for yourself.
To take nothing away from your impressive performances, you did get a little bit of the luck where a couple of missed pins. You had a chance to win all 3 matches essentially by sitting and letting the other guy not win them from you. What does that do for a bowler? Is it just a little less stressful?
A little less stressful, yeah, not having to need to throw the shot, but like I said, it's you against the lanes, and my opponents, it was against the lanes, and, you know, it was great finishing first and winning on the bench.
Yeah, well, I still think experience really helps in that, and if you can execute your shots and let the other person make the mistake, that's the best thing. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, you come from a bowling family. How much has this just been a part of your life, and now you can tap into that bowling family as you continue to take these steps?
Absolutely. I mean, it's in my blood. I grew up in a bowling alley, and it feels really good representing, where I came from and bowling good out here for sure.
All right, so the difference for you is you bowled 3 in a row, you got in a rhythm, you stayed in a rhythm. Next week, when you're the champion, you're going to sit around and wait for somebody to come to you. How does that change?
Like I said, just bowling. Just out there, going to get my few practice shots, and then me against the lanes out there. Give it a good go. All
right, well, we're going to see Michael Weber again next week. We don't know who he's going to bowl against. You better tune in, and we're all going to find out. But another chance to see this very young, impressive bowler who was off to a great start here in his debut on our show. It has been an amazing 3 weeks here at Mallwitz's Island Lanes. We got one more week. Who knows what could happen? It's been fun. Maybe we'll find something else to talk about for next week's show. We'll see you there. It is Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart.